Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
We are Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. Now, if you have a pickup truck, you've probably experienced the same frustration I have. If you're doing mulch or gravel, you find that often gets stuck between the tailgate and the bed of the truck, making it impossible to close. Well, Tailgate Defender is a solution to that problem. It makes sure that stuff doesn't get in between your tailgate and your bed of your truck. Now, Tim, how does the Tailgate Defender work?
Well, it's designed to cover the gap. It hinges backwards up against the tailgate when the tailgate's shut, and when the tailgate's open, it's got a smooth transition and a dishpan effect that's literally molded to fit into the bed.
Now, it's a great design. What made you think of it?
I was doing mulch myself and rock myself, and I was hauling it with the tailgate shut, and I couldn't even open the tailgate. When I opened the tailgate, all the rocks fell into the crack and it jammed. So I said, this is crazy, I gotta fix this.
And this is the part where we disclose your background. You're an engineer by trade, both in the automotive industry and the aerospace industry as well. So naturally, you went to work at the drawing board here and you came up with this. Now, how's it made?
It's molded out of nylon with fiberglass reinforced fiber. And it's got stainless steel pins, it's got stainless steel screws, and it's self-locking so that when the tailgate's open, it's locked and you can drive equipment over it, your motorcycles, four-wheelers, wheelbarrows, whatever you want, and it stays in one shape.
Now, as a designer, you know, it was important to make this functional, but also to make it durable. What kind of challenge was that for you?
Oh, absolutely. I made sure the materials were strong enough and thick enough, and it functions just for the Ford F-150. It works just for the F-150 because it's custom fit for the bed and the hinge center lines. It has to work with where they are designed. So when it actually shuts, it's designed to fold up against the tailgate.
And I know other folks are clamoring for one for their truck, but the F-150 is the most popular vehicle in America, not just the most popular truck. So you're covering a huge audience. And what model years are we talking about?
Well, from 2015 to present, the bed may have been steel at one time, and now it's aluminum, but the same molds, the same shape, and everything still fits. There's different design tailgates, so some of the newer tailgates you won't need the panel.
This panel here.
Yeah, there's a work surface that's made out of plastic. You basically just attach it right to the plastic. But if you have the standard tailgate like this, we offer a fill-in panel that matches the texture of the Tailgate Defender.
Now, everyone's asking, do I have to drill on my truck? What's the installation like?
No, you don't have to drill. That was a big issue. I don't want to drill anything in my truck either. So on this one, I used a Dynaflex 230, which is just silicone. You can get it anywhere. These screws that you see here are just in case you decide you install the molding, the tailgate or the bed molding, and you want to take the tailgate off. You just take those screws off and the tailgate still comes off.
Piece of cake.
But it takes about 15 minutes to install.
Once I've installed the Tailgate Defender, what does this enable me to do? As we see it here.
Well, when you haul your materials, the way you see it right now, you leave the tailgate open, you fill in as much dirt, gravel, mulch, whatever you want, haul it to your destination where you want to unload it. You unload all your materials, sweep it, and then shut the tailgate.
And coming soon, we've got the
coming
hinge.
Soon.
We've got the hinge cover, so grab that, and we'll see how that works here. This is the prototype, but this is coming to a retailer near you, and this goes on. This is very cool. Now, this enables you to actually close the tailgate.
Yes, and you could literally haul with your bed completely full of just about any material.
Gotcha. So you close it like that, and then you're able to grab that there. And we'll fold it up just like normal, and you can fill your bed up to the top just like you would without a tailgate defender.
Yeah,
that's great.
Like if you're going to haul lava rock or something that's really light,
yeah,
you want a full load.
Perfect.
But if you're going to haul just regular gravel, it's pretty heavy. I fill this up and overload the springs before I even get close to the tailgate defender. So I could actually shut the tailgate with regular gravel.
Now, I mentioned the hinge cover is coming soon. You've got the prototype there for the pin that holds it in. How does that install?
Well, it literally you have a flush head screw and a barrel nut. So you install the barrel nut with the blade side showing, so you know where the hole's directed. Install this onto Tailgate Defender.
You can turn a bolt, you can install this. Now, Tim, you've talked about the materials, but you've been modest about the design. What makes the design of the Tailgate Defender unique, and what makes it so strong?
Well, it's made out of nylon with reinforced fiberglass, and it is a triple pin, and it's got a self-locking device where you can literally drive over with your motorcycles, your four-wheelers, and it won't collapse.
This thing is incredibly strong. It's going to last a long, long time. It's engineered to fold, designed to hold, and designed for the working man, and it's a lot less expensive than you think. You can find it at tailgatedefender.com. You need one of these. Go get one. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonFireTools.com, so don't go anywhere.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist, and by DragonFireTools.com, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage.
I've been an automotive technician for over 30 years and been teaching automotive technology for over 25. One thing I know, routine maintenance works. And when you look at this chart right here, you can see the top's riddled with check marks. What is that? If you read right there, check engine oil level and oil life percentage. Change engine oil and filter if needed. Well, I'm going to show you right now. It's definitely needed. This one here, not so much. Didn't get any oil changes. Definitely didn't use AMSOIL, I can guarantee you that. And you can see right here, this is actually a Toyota engine. It's an overhead cam engine, so those are actually where the camshafts have been removed and the lifters are there. I mean, look at the crud and the oil galleries, all totally plugged up, not getting any oil anywhere. And if that wasn't bad enough, there's the oil pan. I mean, it is full of goop. Now, AMSOIL makes it so that doesn't happen, Len. The website is so easy to use, man. Why don't you walk us through it?
That's correct. You know, the thing of it is that the technology is one thing, but getting the right products is a whole nother. So we've spent a ton of time on this website. And what you can do here, just for today's purposes, we'll look at the shop all category, and it pops up all of the different products that we have, from motor oil to floor mats to decals. But for today's purpose, we'll look at motor oil. And we'll go to gasoline since it's the top of the list. And then what happens here is it pulls up all of our gasoline motor oil products, and you can start scrolling through and you can look at our Signature Series products, as you and I have talked about many times. You can go all the way down to our OEM products, which are designed to be changed when the car tells you to change its oil. But let's pick one just for the fun of it. If you want more information on our products, you click on the actual product, you go in and you can look at a data bulletin. You can look at any type of testing that we've done. It's all right there, 2 clicks away, very easy.
You also have some actual specs on the product itself.
That's correct. Like I said, there's tests in here, all kinds of good stuff. I mean, anything you want to know about the product is basically in there.
Boy, that's so easy. You can get on there and do it during a commercial break. You can find it all at AMSOIL.com.
Our PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week is Joe Boucher out of Branson, Missouri, and man, he has a great story. Now, Joe bought a brand new Z28 in 1973, but he says he quickly came to realize that because of government regulations, the car was way down on power. So he set out to change that and worked on modifications between 1975 and 1978. But as these things often happen, life got in the way and Joe put the car in storage, and there it sat for 38 years. In 2017, Joe got back to work on the Camaro with some help from his mother. Joe says that his mom, Italia, helped him with everything from sourcing parts to helping change out the engine and transmission. Bruised knuckles and all, she was amazing. Now, Italia has since passed away, but Joe says he's realized her goal was not to actually build a cool Z28. It was all about building a great relationship with her son. Well, mission accomplished. Joe says, I'll never forget that most special time we shared together building my dream car so many years ago. And Joe says he's acquired other collector cars over the years, but the 1974 Z28 is his favorite, not because it's the best car he's owned, but because he and his mom built it together. Now, Joe went to MotorheadGarage.tv to tell us his story, and if you would like to do the same, you could be our Motorhead of the Week presented by PaintedAutoParts.com. Just tell us why you or someone you know should be deserving of that title. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonFireTools.com, so do not go anywhere.
The first steam-powered road-going vehicle was invented in 1769, and steam power remained popular for another 150 years. Early steam engines had boilers that had to be lit by hand and took about 20 minutes to build up pressure. Furthermore, steam-powered cars only had about a 30-minute supply of water on board. A far cry from the high-tech cars that we drive today. Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, coming to you from the Campbell's Custom Care Studio.
Thanks for tuning in to Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. Now, everybody loves a Jeep. Everybody also loves lifting them because it can make it more versatile, can just make it look better. But, Clayton, there can be an issue when you're lifting it. There's all kinds of issues you got to think about.
Well, the biggest thing is once you lift your Jeep up, the geometry changes somewhat in the vehicle. Your caster is going to change, your pinion angle in the rear for the rear drive shaft and the track of the vehicle. Luckily, we consider all those when we're building our suspension kits, and we start off with our Ride Right kit, which is our least expensive entry-level kit, but it still takes in consideration these adjustments you need to make. You'll have adjustable front control arm to set your caster. You'll have front track bar and rear track bar to adjust the track of your vehicle, and then you have rear adjustable control arms.
Let's talk about caster in the first place. How is it affected when you lift the vehicle? What are you going to notice when you're driving?
So if you're looking at the top of the knuckle will be tilted back, so when you lift it up, it starts to straighten up. If you have your wheel and you're driving normally, you let go of it, it usually comes back to center to some extent. When you drive with less caster, the wheel tends to not snap back, and it makes the vehicle kind of hunting all the time.
Super twitchy all the time.
Yeah.
And also issues with the track then when you lift it. How's that affected?
When you don't adjust the track, the axle's not centered under the vehicle perfectly, so your springs aren't aligned up, your shocks aren't aligned up, and then also the bushings are somewhat torqued up a little bit, so that affects the way the vehicle handles a little bit, the ride and stuff like that.
Now you mentioned the Ride Right kit, which is great if you're going to spend a lot of time on the concrete, maybe do some off-roading, you want it to behave well while you're riding on the road. What's another level that you offer?
So we offer our Overland Plus kit, and that's the next step up from our Ride Right kit. And basically what that does is it gives you heavy-duty or lower control arms that are going to help to take a beating off-road. You're going over rocks and stuff, and they feature a heavy wall tube housing for the bushing. Our 2x2 1/4-inch wall tubing really takes a beating. It's light and strong.
And then the next level up for folks that are even getting more serious with off-roading.
Our third level is what we call our premium kit. And basically what happens then is we replace this gyro joint with what's called the Johnny joint, and that offers more articulation to the arm, which will help a little bit with your off-roading capabilities. Basically, the axles will be able to follow the ground a little bit easier.
Obviously, the adjustability sets Clayton Off-Road apart. How does the construction of your parts actually set you apart as well?
One of the key features to the arm is, like I mentioned, the 2x2 1/4 tubing. It's structurally a lot stronger, a shape stronger than round tubing. And the other advantage is just the weight. This has the same strength as a solid 2-inch round piece of steel, but with a lot less weight because it's hollowed out. All of our products here are CNC machined and robotically welded. You're not going to have any issues with or failures with the welds.
And your track bars are adjustable just like your control arms as well. And why do those make such a big difference?
We bend them. They match the factory track bars pretty close. So they'll actually work on a stock vehicle if you need to without lifting it. But they're all, again, CNC bent and drilled and tapped on the ends. They're 1 3/8, 5/16 wall tubing. So they're very strong.
And then what about to sort of wrap things up here and finish off the kit?
To finish off the kit, it's important to have bump stops. It stops the tire from coming up and getting into your fender, especially on a lot of the new Jeeps have plastic fenders. Adjustable sway bar links, front and rear. And then we have springs for various lift heights. We have them off from 1.5 inch all the way up to 3.5 inch We also offer heavy-duty springs for certain lifts. For like the overlanding market, somebody might have rooftop tent or a lot of camping gear they want to carry around, and they want their Jeep to still be nice and level.
And I know you sell only the best brands of shocks at ClaytonOffroad.com. And what if folks want to put all this together, but they don't know exactly what they need? What can they do?
You can go to our contact page on the website, send us an email. Somebody will get back to you pretty quickly, or you're always welcome to call in and talk to somebody in person.
If you're going to lift your Jeep, you want better performance and you want it to handle well when it's on the road as well, Clayton Offroad is the place to go, ClaytonOffroad.com. And you can find more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonFireTools.com right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
There's a rainbow of paint colors available for cars. But in the U.S., 73% of all cars are painted one of 4 colors. Can you name them? Gray is the 4th most popular color. Silver is 3rd at 16%. 19% of all cars sold in the U.S. are black. And white tops the list as the most popular paint color in the country. Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. Industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by PaintedAutoBodyParts.com, the leading U.S. auto body parts online store. Rhino Rack, make space for adventure. And by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977.
Now this Dodge is sort of your classic American pickup truck, right? It's a good looking truck, but a lot of chrome in the front. Chrome's kind of become passé these days. It's not that durable, not all that great looking, and you want to stand out from some of the other trucks out there looking for something tougher. Well, that's where our friends from Misguided Fabrication come in. Matt, how did you get the inspiration for this bumper?
I was working up north in northern Alberta, and I kept smashing up my chrome factory bumpers, so I got home for Christmas and I started designing a bumper that could last up there.
And what's it made out of?
This is all 3/16 mild steel on the outside shell, and the internal gussets and mounting is all 1/4-inch mild steel.
And how is it made?
It's all welded and bent and cut with a CNC.
And everything's done right there in-house, right?
Everything's done in-house.
Now we know we're getting something high quality because you guys are making it yourselves. And what kind of guarantee do you have on the product?
Welds and the actual metal product is lifetime warranty. And we have lifetime warranty on the coating for chipping and cracking and workmanship defects.
And I love this red. What are the other options you have for colors?
We can color match any truck paint code, and we can do rock guard powder coat or just paint.
Well, it's great looking and it's not all that hard to install. In fact, John's already getting a head start over there.
Well, Dave mentions it's a little passé. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but I can tell you it's not beefy enough for this 2500 turbo diesel pickup truck. Now, let me bring you up to speed. We just took some bolts out underneath. It bolts the bumper to the frame, had a ratchet, took them out. Now it's kind of pinched in there. Now it's just a matter of, Matt, you want to come in here and give me a hand? We got a couple of side bolts on there, and then we're going to get the bumper out. It's supported with the pinch right now. So as we take these bumpers out, Matt, tell me, installations, a little varies on every different make and model?
It's a little bit different on all of them, but they're pretty similar.
You would call it a do-it-yourself job?
Absolutely.
Yep, you and a buddy. I mean, your bumper's pretty heavy compared to this, but I got mine out. You got yours out?
Yep.
All right, so what's the next move there?
We'll pull it off.
Pull it off, right? Grab the little hook and slide it right off of there. So we're wiggling, pull it, wow. All right, well, we got a little wire harness here. We get that secured and undone. All right, pop this block heater out of there. That's good, ready to go. Look at that. All right, so let's just put this one down here. We don't need it. We're going to use a better one, right?
That's right.
Now what? We got to pull this off, but this may not be on other trucks, correct?
No, this is just the 13 plus Dodges.
Okay, and this is basically just directing some air up there. We're not going to have that problem because your bumper is designed to actually have good airflow as well.
That's right.
Cool. So go ahead. We just slide this off, correct? Down and out. There we go. We're not going to reuse that?
Nope.
Perfect. Now, Matt, it's just a matter of reassembly. There's the bolt holes. You can see them now real clear where we took it off. The block heart heater that was down there clipped to the bumper. We're ready to go with your new one. Well, we got the Misguided Fabrication bumper here in place, and you can see it looks really good. The black coating on it, the tow hooks, the lights. I imagine it's even going to look better on the truck. But before we do, come down here with me for a second, Matt. Your installation process, you made it real easy with these mounting brackets.
Yeah, I made them so that you could just set it on the frame without any bolts and the bumper won't fall off. And then you got adjustment left, right, up and down, and tilt forward and back.
Phenomenal. So we should just go ahead and put it up in there. You said you grab the handle right here, kind of keep the back straight. Come on up, we're going to line it with the bumpers. And once we do that, you come my side a little bit, going up a little higher. I think I'm there. Are you there?
Yep.
Wow. Now the next thing we have to do is just go behind it and bolt it up. Well, we got our bumper on, we got it adjusted and secured in the back with our bolts. Then we came around to the inner fender well, cut the liner to fit, tucked it in, looks great. Our Passe truck is no more, Matt. This thing looks good. What other bumpers do you offer?
We offer bumpers for Dodge, Ford, and GM. They're available with a bull bar, no bar, or full grill guard, and a 20-inch or 30-inch light bar in the front.
Well, I'm sure just like this truck, it probably changes the whole looks of the truck. What's your website?
www.misguidedfab.com.
We are finished with this episode of Motorhead Garage presented by DragonFireTools.com, but do not fret. We're going to be back next week with more great products for your vehicle. In the meantime, check us out on social media and see what we're up to. From our entire crew here at Motorhead Garage, we will see you next time. Drive safely.